Welcome to Looking at the Markets. I want to show you the stocks that I'll be looking at for the coming week. These are daily candlestick charts provided by finviz.com. And I want to start with Lucid stock, LCID, which had a very interesting Friday. It went up 43%, but it went up a lot higher than that to about $18 per share for Lucid stock. And there's a lesson here. People who bought on the hype, on the euphoria near $18, didn't have such a great day on Friday because it went down below $13 per share by the end of the day. That's where it closed. So I don't recommend buying on hype. And this candle, especially the wick or shadow of the candle here, tells me, every candle tells a story. And this story says that Lucid stock went way, way, way up, but then the sellers came in and went way, way down and closed around here. So I don't like the look of this candle. Too much wick or shadow on it, and too much euphoria generally in one day. So yeah, check the news, and it may just be a buy the rumor, sell the news kind of thing. So I'm avoiding this stock for now, but you can do what you want. You have to make your own decisions, do your own due diligence. Don't buy or sell something just because somebody in a video says so. Now Intel stock had a tough day due to an earnings report. That's INTC, Intel stock. Tough day on Friday. Went down, but it's still in this channel here. There's a narrowing channel that's been going on since September or October of last year. So as long as it's still in the channel and holding, let's say, $25, where there seems to be some support here, I'm not extremely worried about it. If it goes way below $25, then I'll start to be concerned. Or maybe view it as an opportunity, but yeah, it was a rough earnings report. I won't lie to you. So check the fundamentals, check the financials and the operational results, and then make your own decision. But I'm not super worried about it now with Intel stock. AbbVie stock, notice that ABBV is the ticker symbol. Notice that down sharply, down, big red candles, but now smaller red candles. And it seems to be going sideways. Yeah, Friday was a down day, but not even 1% down for AbbVie stock. So it might rest gently, might land at 145. It's almost there already, 146 and change on Friday. So 145 could be support here. Seems to be a significant level. It's possible to make a small purchase if it reaches 145 without slicing down through it too fast. If it just rests gently at 145, yeah, could buy some shares. And then buy some more shares if it goes down to 135 where there's support here, it looks like. But again, make your own decisions here, okay? That's just what I'm thinking. Johnson & Johnson, J&J stock. It's interesting how defensive stocks, which performed very well comparatively in 2022, they're not doing as well in 2023 so far. But there may be some buying opportunities there. I do want to see Johnson & Johnson J&J stock get down to the support level here at 160. That seems to be a significant level because a pretty sizable bounce happened when it reached 160 last year, all the way up to 180 where there's clear resistance here. Look how many times J&J stock tried to work its way above 160 but then failed. There are a number of data points here for resist. I'm sorry, at 180. 180 is the rejection point, the resistance here. So be aware of that. Pepsi stock, another defensive name. PEP is the ticker symbol. I want to see this one get down to 162.50, let's say. Maybe start a small position there, and then there's more support, it appears, at 155. And so scaling in is a theme that you might want to consider. And there is a rising channel, which is encouraging. So you may not even need to wait until 162.50, wherever this rising support level is. If the stock lands there, you could even get in there, depending on where it is. That's a bit of a moving target there. Another defensive name, somewhat defensive, Pfizer stock, because it is a mega cap in the healthcare sector. Yeah, it's getting down to a nice level here. $42 would be pretty good looking for Pfizer PFE stock. There is resistance here, a number of data points demonstrating resistance at $54, so be aware of that. That could be a place to start taking profits, or just take profits entirely if you're satisfied with the profits that you made there, if it gets there. Defensive name Walmart, WMT stock rising and widening channel here, getting interesting. I want to see it get to the bottom of that rising channel, rising support level here before I would consider taking a position, but it's respecting it. Look at the number of data points for this rising support line here. Yeah, I like it. If it gets down to about 140, that could be pretty good. It's not that far already. So interesting looking candle there from last week. Wow, look at the wick on that. That is concerning. When you have a huge upper wick or shadow, that means that the buyers attempted to buy up those shares, or they did buy up the shares, and they attempted a rally but then failed. So that is a concern, but the following candles just seem to be going sideways or even slightly upwards. So it doesn't look too bad. And one more defensive name for you, CL, which is Colgate Palmolive stock. And yeah, tough day on Friday. Continuation of rejection here at this line at the $80 level, which seems to be significant. So it got rejected going down pretty fast. So I'm going to get out of the way, but because I don't want to catch a falling rock necessarily. But if it gets down to $68 and it doesn't slice through it on heavy volume, if it just rests gently at $68, kind of like it did over here, there's the potential for a big bounce. But again, be aware of those resistance levels at 80, and then it looks like 84 appears to be another resistance level. Maybe a place to scale out, take profits, partial profits. If I had to pick one that I like the most, that's a tough one. I mean, Intel is still looking okay to me, but if you want something with more confidence, maybe, boy, that's a tough one. Because I'm looking at levels here. There's nothing that I would really call a screaming buy right now. I'm just looking at different levels. Yeah, you don't have to buy anything now if you don't want to. I'm not. I'm just taking it easy, watching the levels, and yeah, and seeing what happens when it gets there. Again, if it just slices right down through a support level on heavy selling volume, that doesn't mean you need to buy it just because it reached a number. Okay, it's not about reaching a number, it's about how it behaves if and when it gets there. So you don't have to buy anything this week. That's okay. We're just watching, or at least I am. So be cautious out there. You've got a Fed statement coming up, and that's something to watch very closely as well. So thank you for watching and listening. I will talk to you again soon.